So day 3. Let's see if trading the med cancelled out the morale hit from stealing or not. We got raided. But thankfully we were all armed, none of us were wounded. So Roman did his job there without the help of any boards. So Emilia is sad, so no, it didn't. So trading the med did not help. The stealing made her sad. Okay. Alright, now we need to feed Roman every odd day now, so 3, 5, 7, etc. And also med him up if he gets sick. So we just treat him with kid gloves basically, just in case, so that he doesn't turn on the house later on in the game. She's not going to eat until day 5. So when he wakes up after 5 hours, which will be slightly after midday, then she can go to bed before 3. Meantime, we don't need to upgrade this because we now have a hatchet and a couple of saw blades if we need them. So we can upgrade this to start. But that's the upgrade in. Now in terms of what next, let's just look at the further upgrade. So it's components and wood. We may even be able to do this today after Franco arrives. We'll certainly have the wood because now we can go around the house beating up the furniture. So we'll certainly have the wood. It's just a question of whether he has 28 components or not. So he sometimes has that many. So I'm just going to go around and start bashing this up. I'll be back if Franco comes. So Franco did not come, so we had no visitors, and we are back into this situation. So we've got a choice here. There's tons of stuff to pick up at the garage. We could also go here with a piece of meat, and if we did that, we would get a morale bump and get rid of the sad here. That's another option. We could go here, kill Bazina, but given that we've got a sad, probably not a good idea. Now another option here is the supermarket, because that's the soldier one. So if we go there, we can kill the soldier, and we'll get another gun and more bullets and more meds, because if Franco hasn't come yet, he'll be here tomorrow. And that way we'll have a lot more tradables, because it's a bit dodgy at the moment. We've only got 2 bandages, a lot of sugar, 4 bottles of booze, which should be enough, but if we go here, we'll be guaranteed to have enough, and it will deal with her sad. So that's an idea to go here, do a positive morale thing, and then maybe even go to the semi-detached house, kill Bazina, which will make her sad again, potentially him sad, and then go here and do a positive morale thing, so kind of bounce around that way. So let's do that. So he's going to guard, and I think tomorrow, seeing as, yeah, we'll start putting boards up just so that we can be absolutely sure that there's no problem. But this way we get a gun and another stack of 20 bullets as well. So let's do that. So we've got the weapons, so we can do the dirty. We've got a couple of boxes we need to open, so we're going to take this, which only leaves us 8 pockets to bring stuff home, but okay. Alright, let's kill this soldier. So this is pretty standard, even Anton can do this. Let's just get in there, hatch it up. Yeah, sometimes he stops there and walks back. He'll get to about here and come back again normally. He does cross our path eventually. Just takes a little bit longer when he does that pathing. Alright, so that gives us a bottle of booze, a gun, and 20 bullets. And we got some meds back here, which we'll be able to take home to trade. So this way we can certainly buy back Franco out when he comes. And a can of food too, so 2 meds and a can of food, okay? Alright, I'm going to dig through here first and then open these 2 boxes. 10 past midnight, 20 past midnight. So just watching the time. Because digging through this pile means that we won't be able to get through all of the lootable piles in the location. So we just see how far we can get. So these are the only two boxes that we need crowbar for. So now we can go up, make a central pile here, I think. And then we can dump the crowbar. Another med, good. And another gun and another 7 bullets. Alright, we're full. So I'm gonna make a central pile here and just see how far I get as far as picking up piles, and then just dump as much everything into here. So there's a bunch of stuff down here that I need to pick up, all the way back here as well. There's a bunch of stuff here. There's also a bunch of piles here and a load across the roof, which I won't be able to get to today, but we'll just see how far I can get. Probably the bottom and maybe half of the middle section there, or bottom section. Alright, it's 4:30, so it's kind of getting a bit tight. So I think this will be the final drop-off. So we didn't touch any of the piles up the stairs, so we've got a lot to do next time we come here. I don't think we find any more meds. So we may as well take those. So that gives us tons to trade with Franco, so we may as well take these home. Which doesn't, it only leaves 5 pockets. So as far as what else to take, it's a full stack of 20 bullets. A couple of guns we don't need right now because we already have one. So I think another stack of those, because I'm just thinking about getting food production started, namely the rat traps. I think just 3 of these. See where that leaves us. Let's go. Good day 4. Did Emilia lose her sad status? We're doing that good deed. Did we get raided? And is Franco gonna come? Okay, we did not get raided. Alright, so nobody needs to eat today. So they both eat tomorrow. So she did lose her sad status. Good. Alright, now I'm not going to take a chance on the boards, because there's really no point, so I may as well just get all the boards in. So I've got to do it at some point. And it looks like we're going to have lots of resources anyway to do whatever we need to do, so we may as well just get this done. Alright, I'll get her making all those. So 10:20, Emilia just finished her second board, 1 to go, and Franco is here finally. So he's certainly got enough to buy him out, it's just a question of what he's got. So one thing we are going to take is these, because that way we can make a bunch of cigarettes. I want the carrot, because we've got meat already, so that way we can start to make food. Although we've got a few cans to see us good until, that sees us good until day 7. But after that, we're going to be looking for carrots. So what else? Roll up cigarettes. So we want the roll up cigarettes because Roman smokes, and once we start making these, he'll be smoking the cheaper ones. So good reason to buy those. Alright, so what's that going to cost us? Because these are quite expensive, the tobacco leaves. Costs a lot, but we've got a lot of sugar, and this is all the expensive stuff done, or most of the expensive stuff done. Actually, can we just throw in a piece of meat there? Yep. Alright, so we want all of his components and all of his parts, so we can pick up more meds. We want all the water, and we want all the wood. $23 left, yeah, that will be good. Because after this, we're going to have a lot of cigarettes to trade. So we want wood. Gun parts, not so much. It's not essential. We don't need that. We've also got these 4 bottles of booze that we haven't traded yet. I'll take this. And the book. All of which will be good for fuel. Well, there's lots of uses for this. We'll get to use it. I think I'm going to leave the gun parts. Don't particularly need those. As far as the lockpicks are concerned, I'd actually like to buy those. So let's dig into the booze. Because if we go to the Bazina place, decide to kill her, and loot and steal from her place, we're going to need 3 lockpicks. So let's do that. So I don't need the bullets. 28 is going to be enough. So there's nothing else there. Yeah, we're good. We're done. All right. So what we probably want to do now is to make a... Oh. Well, I'll put her to sleep and get Roman into action. So yeah, we need a cigarette machine, so let's do that. He's finished there. Now he can get his cigarettes cooking. Also means that if we get any booze, we can make bandages too. So that puts us down to 8 components. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get Roman to finish this and then go back and put him on the cigarettes, and then I'll see you tonight. Okay, here we are at night. So we've got a choice. We can go back to the garage. There's a lot of stuff there. We can go back here, but there's still a lot of stuff here. Or we can go back to the supermarket. Still a lot of loot piles to go through there as well. I think supermarket, I don't think there's a right choice here. So he's going to guard. So with guns, lots of bullets, and 3 boards up, he's going to be fine. And scavenge, she's got nothing to take, and go. So there are a bunch of piles I didn't get to, mainly along the 3rd layer here and the 4th layer at the top. I'm just going to run around and pick up every single pile, remembering there's a bunch across the roof, and dump them all into our consolidated pile right here. I'll be back once we've done that. 2 o'clock and we're getting back for our final drop-off now. Alright, so what do we want to take? Well, given that we have the capacity to make cigarettes, a full stack of those would help. And that wouldn't hurt either. Food, maybe. I think we have to come back here anyway. As soon as we cook, we're going to need the water from there. So I'm going to take the parts. I'm not sure at what stage we're going to need those, but it might be quite soon. Guns can stay for now. But I think we need to come back here because they will be useful for trade when Franco comes back, which should be around day 7. It's day 5 tomorrow, I think. So let's make the cigarettes. And we were running short on components, so let's see where that leaves us. Day 5, they both need to eat today. And the next meal is going to be day 7 for Roman. So no raid. Alright, so she needs to eat. And he needs to eat. So I could make a stove, but I'm just going to hold back on that for now. So he's going to sleep first so she can get going on the cigarettes. And he can sleep the first shift. So I think once she's finished the cigarette, seeing she's got some more to make, we'll get her restart. Oh no, actually woke him up. Alright, start again. Okay, so I'll be back if we get a visitor. If not, I'll see you tonight. 9:30, 9:40, we have a visitor. Let's go see who it is. Hey, I brought something for you. The Carrot Man. So I've seen this before on this run, but I haven't seen it every single time. So I think that's just lucky, because now you look at our food situation. Yeah, that's pretty healthy. So there's really no rush to do much of anything now. Just to get, well, I think the next thing we need to get this upgraded and then target the reinforced door. But we're components short of that, so it's just a run out for components. We're pretty healthy on those, so we're healthy on those, healthy on those, and get a couple of these in. So we could do 2 of these today, for example. Yeah, let's do that. The Roman woke up. I had him finish the rat traps, so that's the second one seated. Now she needs to be in bed by 3, so let's not get it too tight. He can go on the cigarettes till the end of the day. So that's half of our food production in now. So if we just look at, there's no real rush to get the reinforced door in. Roman 3 boards is good enough for a long time. But we've still got enough parts. Still got enough of these. So it's just a couple of wood and a bunch of components. And we've got that in a few locations. So I just put it back on the cigarettes and see you tonight. Here we are at nighttime again. Now it's going to be day 6 tomorrow, and we're likely to see Franco day 7, and we don't have anything to trade. So the question is, we're not going to pick up much to trade here, I don't think. So it's really back to the supermarket, bring those guns back among other things, because we only need 1 gun. So let's do that. So he needs to guard, she needs to scavenge, and go. We've got a lot of cigarettes, but I don't think that's going to be enough. So, yeah, the guns will help. Okay, let's go. So we don't need to do any running around this time, at least. Now, remember we've got a lot of carrots. So a full stack of meat, even if we don't need it, because our rat traps start delivering, that's also good for trade. Roll-up cigarettes are cheap. I'll take the 2 cans, not rats. So we did need components. Guns for trade. Now, bullets are valuable. So I'm going to take the 7 bullets. Trade again. And so if we want wood, we can still come back for 1, 2, 3. We've got 10 full stacks of those. So let's just go there. I think we've got enough to buy Franco out now, if and when it comes. Okay, into day 6. So nobody needs to eat today. Roman needs to eat tomorrow. None of us were wounded, etc. 3 bullets used, okay. So we'll put him to sleep first, get her on cigarettes straight away. So firstly, let's just see where we are in terms of the next upgrade. We should be close. Yeah, 2 wood and 12 components. Alright. Okay, so if no visitors, I'll see you tonight, because all I'll do is keep her on the cigarettes, switch them over when he wakes up. There's really nothing else to do if there are no visitors, because I don't want to build anything today. Because I'm really just looking at the next upgrade, and that needs wood and components, as we just saw. So there were no visitors, so I think we primarily need wood and components above everything else. We didn't really make a dent in Shelled Cottage, so let's go back there and just clean up anything that we need to take from there, because I think there's a lot of wood and components among other things. So he needs to guard, she needs to scavenge and go. Just remembering we didn't finish with this pile here, but we finished with the rest of the house. So it's just a question of what we prioritize now. I think a full stack of parts, because once we get the upgrade in, we're going to be short of those. We're not cooking anytime soon. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just see where that leaves us. Okay, I'm going to cut it there rather than run too long. So next episode we'll try to get in day 7, 8, 9, maybe even day 10, depending on how long each day is. And hope to see you then. And thanks for watching, and bye.